Welcome back to Brownie's Midlife Adventure. I've got a new jacket and I'm going to do a review on it. Where are we? We're in the rainforest in the dark. What's going on here? Hey, I've just bought myself a new jacket. Now if you're wondering what I'm doing up here in the dark, it's I just wanted to have a look at these reflectors, see what they look like. So I've parked a bike up, gone for a walk out in front of it. So let's have a look at that right now, shall we? And when the sun comes up, we'll do a better review on it so you can see this jacket a bit better. And with the magic of television, the sun will come up right about now. Coffee's essential. No coffee, nothing happens. Righto, I'm excited. I've got a new jacket. Yes, we always wear jackets for safety. Something a bit special about this jacket. This is the Motorrad-2 from a company out of Japan called Hi-Vis. This is an airbag jacket, so it does tether to the bike. You do have a little leash. You hook up to the bike, you plug into here. I've only set it up yesterday on the bike. It's my first ride up here this morning with it. Just going to do a bit of a review on it. Quality, really good quality. It's just, I would put it up there with Climb or Revit, or even the BMW jackets. I've had a good look at the BMW jackets. I was umming and ahhing about buying one. This quality, the quality of this jacket, would be on par with any high-end jacket. In Australia, they're about $1,000 odd. Sounds like a lot, but you can get some high-end jackets without airbag systems that cost more than that. I did nip out this morning in the dark and just do some of the reflectors on this, just to see what it highlights like at night time. But the big question is, airbag jackets, do they work? From all the research and everything I've done online, apparently yes they do. There's quite a few videos on YouTube of these jackets, some just being tested in the field and the airbags being deployed, some people just deploying them in their rooms at home on the YouTube channel. I'm not going to deploy this one. I've got some spare canisters, but plenty of other people have done it, so links below if you want to see what they look like deployed. But weight wise, it is probably a little bit heavier than a normal jacket, but not too bad. It is very comfortable. I did notice this morning though, coming up from Cairns, it was a little bit warm. It was quite cool in Cairns this morning. It was about 26 degrees and I was sweating quite heavily in it. Even up on the tablelands, it's 21 degrees up here, and even when I took it off, my shirt was still a bit wet from sweat. So you can get a mesh version of this jacket, which is what I was after, but it would have been quite a few months, maybe 6 or 7 months wait before I got one in Australia. So I just went with this one, and hopefully I never have to use the airbag system in it. On the front of the jacket, in here is a 60cc canister, and that'll deploy when this pin is pulled. It'll activate that trigger, it'll pierce that bottle, and it will inflate apparently in 0.25 of a second. So hopefully just before you hit the ground, it'll puff up, it'll brace your helmet, your neck, your back, your tailbone, and up and down either side of your rib cage as well. So you've got pretty good protection when you hit the deck. Heaps of pockets on this jacket. You'll never run out of places to put things. There's a little hand glove pocket on the side. It doesn't zip up. There's just a safari pocket there and a safari pocket here. One thing I did like, it's got this little clear window pocket. Now what I've done here is I've just popped my EPIRB in there, just in the little Velcro tab. I took it out of its black case and I put it straight in here. So in the unlikely event I have come off in the bush, I'm out of phone range, someone does come across me and find me, they may see this and they may not have communication with anyone else. So they may see this, pull it out, set it off, help will show up. So I thought that's just a good place to keep that. Everybody can see it. Another little Velcro pocket inside here, which is probably standard for most jackets these days. What have we got on this side? Nothing else. There are good vents on here. I had the vents open this morning because, like I said, it was a bit hot coming up the range. So I did notice the vent in the air vents in the arms are quite good. I could feel good airflow coming through there. I did feel a bit of airflow on the sides here through these side vents, but the chest, my front, was actually quite warm. There was no airflow whatsoever coming through there. I was thinking of leaving it unzipped, clipping it up and velcroing it up, but I'm not sure how that would work if you do come off, whether the airbag would just pop it open and as you're skidding up the road your jacket falls off because you haven't zipped it up. The other thing I was not overly concerned about, but wearing a camel pack with it as well. So I like to wear my camel pack while I'm riding, so I've always got water on tap to stay hydrated. And because when this inflates, that'll pop up, that airbag will brace up around the helmet. And I'm just wondering how much the camel pack straps will interfere when that deploys, if it deploys. Hopefully it never deploys. So what I did do is I left my straps a little bit loose on my camelback, so it just sat a bit lower, and my chest strap I just made it maximum loose as well. So the strap's sort of a bit looser now, so I'm thinking if I did fall off and it does deploy, hopefully there's enough pressure in there, it'll just lift that camelback up and everything should be fine, hopefully. What else can I say about it? It does have the Hi-Vis reflector tubing around here. The stitching inside this black material, which feels quite nice, is also reflective, or Hi-Vis. What else we got Hi-Vis on here? What's on the back? Yep, there's a Hi-Vis patch on the back here, and same on the other side. It does have elbow pads. The elbow pads seem to sit quite good in this jacket. I have had a few other jackets where you put the elbow pads on and by the time you ride around, you bounce around, they're sort of sitting down here somewhere, which is, I don't know, I don't get that. That's what you get when you buy cheap jackets. These elbow pads, they're in there, they feel quite good, they're reasonably hard. I think they'd be okay for a slide up the road. Now, there is no back protection in here, and I'm guessing the reason for that would be if you come off the bike, this should deploy, and that'll be your back protection. Hi-Vis do have options for back protection and bracing, also chest protection. So there is some Velcro on either side at the front here, so you can Velcro in a chest plate as well, a bit of chest armour, if you wish to go that way. The other thing I will do, like I said, this is only my first day with this jacket, is I won't tether this up while I'm riding slow, because the chances are if you're going to drop your bike, it's going to be while you're riding slow, and the last thing you want to do is have this deploy because you've dropped your bike somewhere. You know, you've hit a bit of sand or a rock or something and you've just dropped the bike. You don't want this separating, deploying for that. So I'm only going to clip this on basically when I know I'm going to be riding a bit quicker, when I know I'll need the extra protection if I do come off. A couple of people asked me down in Cairns when I got it, and we were having a look at it, is what if you accidentally deploy it? You need about, is it 30 pounds or 30 kilos? I'll put it here. It's either 30 pounds or 30 kilos of pressure to pull this pin out to activate the cylinder. So even if you forget to untether as you hop off the bike, it'll give you, you'll have a good bit of a tug, and you're not going to pull that out unless you completely yank away from the bike with a bit of force. So you shouldn't have any worries about deploying this accidentally. If you do set it off, it's really no big issue. It's just an Allen key, I believe, and you just reset, you just get a new cylinder, and you just put it back in, fold the jacket back up, pack it all back in there, zip it all back up, clip it all up, and rearm it, and it's good to go again. Simple as that. I bought this in Australia. I can't remember the guy's name I bought it from, but here's his name. He was quite good on the phone, very helpful. Highly recommend having a look at them if you are concerned about safety. They have a variety of different types. You can just get the vest as well, so if you want to keep your current jacket and just put a vest over the top and clip into it, they do that. So technology hooting along. I mean, these have been around for quite a while, but not a lot of people know about them. I only knew of them watching the GP racing, you know. I know those guys, they wear airbags when they come off and deploy, but I didn't think much of it. I didn't think they'd be for the your average Joe on the street. But yes, they are. Comfort wise, it does go on quite nicely. That canister, you can feel it. Although on that note, once I put it on this morning in cans, I think by the time I got out my driveway, I'd stopped noticing that the canister was there. So you've got quite a few clips here and Velcro, clip it all up. Now this canister does stick and bulge out a little bit. I've just covered my dead cat up and I'll leave that on. So the canister does stick out a little bit, can be a bit, you know, you can feel it there, but riding it around this morning, coming up the range, riding it through the bush, I completely just felt like a normal jacket. I didn't even, completely forgotten, you know, that the canister and everything was in there. But like I said, I did have it untethered, riding slow, and I've got it so I can stand up on the bike. You know, I mean, the shorter the better. Being on an adventure bike, you're going to want to stand up and move around a bit. You don't want to sort of have it too short where you can't stand up. So I've got it so it's at full stand where I'm pretty much, well, not touching the handlebars. It's just tugging on it. Just, you know, I can feel it's just starting to pull tight. So, but for me, I think riding in this morning, I did actually plug it in this morning when it was dark on the Tinnery Creek Road, and I was standing up on that a bit, and it wasn't a problem, you know. If I went on tippy toe, I could feel it just tug a little, but all good. Well, there you go. Hit Air, the Motorrad-2. Hopefully, I never get to see the airbag deploy. That'd be good, wouldn't it? There are some air vents on the back here as well that unzip. And like I said, they do work. I could feel the airflow coming through them this morning. It's just this centre part here. There's just nothing. There's no airflow whatsoever. And I left home pretty early. It was dark when I left home this morning, 26 degrees, and I was sweating. Normal summer day up here can be anywhere 25 up to 40 if you go out west a bit. So I think it might be a bit of a warm jacket. Little zip on the side here as well. You could probably hide a credit card or some cash or some coins or some keys, your motorbike keys possibly, in here. That'd be a good spot for them. And that just hides up in there as well. Oh, there you go. Short, quick review on my new jacket. So my verdict is, are they worth it? Airbag jackets are expensive. When you get quality like that in a good jacket, which you'd probably spend that kind of money to buy a good quality jacket anyway, and you've got the option of airbags deploying, it's going to make a world of difference in a crash. You know, the neck bracing, the impact support, the absorption and everything else. So my 2 cents worth at the moment is money very well spent, highly recommended. If you don't know anything about airbag jackets, or you know of them but you're not sure whether they're for you, like I said, click the links below and just have a look, do a bit of research, and you may just find yourself buying an airbag vest, or if you're up for a new jacket, maybe a new jacket. So there you go, my take on the Hi-Vis Air Motorrad-2 jacket. Now, if you enjoyed that quick review, just give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe. It does help the channel out, and I can get more content up for you guys to watch and share, and I enjoy doing it. It's always a good excuse to go for a bike ride and have a coffee, make a video at the same time. So until the next one, motor on, ride safe.